Inside DFW Airport's Terminal E, it's the temporary hallway that can, in one way, make air passengers time travelers. Head this way and you see the first section of Terminal E looking not much different than it did decades ago. Go back the other way and it's all 2016.
The work here has been extensive.
So one of the first things you notice is how much brighter it is.
Yes, and it's interesting because the lighting overhead is actually more subtle than before, but what you're noticing is the natural light that's coming in.
The changes are noticeable from the newly raised ceilings to the floors.
We're stripping the sections of the building down to the bare concrete columns and the bare concrete floors and then rebuilding. Starting with new floor surfaces, this terrazzo is replacing tile that used to make a racket when you drag luggage through it on wheels.
New shops and restaurants also opened.
So we're fortunate enough to have Chef Tim Love bring his Fort Worth burger joint here.
All of this is part of a more than $2 billion renovation of DFW Airport's oldest terminals.
This is not what the original terminals were originally like. For most of our travelers who remember, 40 years ago, very different things were popular and the designs were very, very different.
For example, security, technology, and connectivity are now much bigger priorities.
Even our restaurants are now required to actually have charging stations in them.
And there are also changes not visible to people walking through the terminal. Free Wi-Fi, plus
we've taken out all of the electrical and the plumbing and the AC and the heating and everything to let us heat and cool and power the building a lot more efficiently.
Outside, a new parking garage features an electronic guidance system.
It's that green light you look for the minute you pull into the garage, and if it's green, you know it's a space where you can pull into.
Back inside, this first section of Terminal E is the next to be redone. Plus, there is still a little more work to do in Terminals A and B.
And then we begin to look at C.
But in the upcoming busy summer travel season, many travelers will notice all that's new.
To serve them the best we can, more than $64 million a year at this point, we really are committed to this program.
We're just excited to be able to keep showing off the work that we've been doing.